guys, I hope you're good. I'm joined today by
Steve
and
Andy,
and they are
Bears Aboard.
So this is bedtime with the bears. It's been a little while since I've had two blokes in bed with me, so
Been a while since we've had a girl in bed with us.
the bears have just bought their first narrowboat. And how long have you been on your boat now?
we got it May last year, so
We've been living on
about
it
8
since
months.
before Christmas.
So you're fairly new to boating,
Yep.
and they do have a YouTube channel. I will leave a link to that in the description down below. And a video that I've been wanting to make for a little while is just about things that I wasn't expecting when I moved on to a boat. Some of the things that took me by surprise, and I thought that having the bears with me would be perfect to do this video because a lot of those things are still fresh in their mind, and they can maybe remind me of things that I don't think about anymore.
On a boat, you've got to be mindful of where you're going to walk for safety. You can't just leave things around. In a house, you've got a big room, you can walk around things. In a boat, you can't. I mean, we've got the dog, Blue, and he has his toys. Andrew trod on his toy the other day and went off like Torval and Dean down the boat.
It's like the hazards of when you've got a toddler, you end up treading on Lego bricks and so on. But with the dog, it's whatever chew toys he's got bored with and left in the walkway.
And you're covered in boat bruises already.
Yeah.
Oh, you get used to doing things more slowly.
Yeah.
It was on our first journey, bringing the boat back from where it was lying in the centre of Birmingham to a home mooring. I virtually ran up the stairs. The hatch wasn't open properly.
Have you smacked your head off of it?
Stars.
Yes.
And what do you know?
Yeah.
I take it more easily now.
Yeah, I've taken chunks out of my head. And because you two are living together, because I'm on my own most of the time, I know where everything is and I know where to place my feet and that. But as soon as someone else comes on the boat, then that throws everything all off balance. And the boat does move around so much more. And do you find that when you've got people coming over, you always have to tell them, watch that, mind that, watch your step here, mind your head. And they never listen. No, never but if you've told them... then
Would you mind sitting there so you're not in the way, basically, is the subject to that.
Yeah.
But what you're saying about when people are on board and you feel the boat moving, what we've noticed after being on boats for short holidays, and even after we've been on the boat permanently for a while, when you move onto land, you get that swaying feeling.
Thank you.
But that seems to be going now.
How long did that last for you?
Good couple of weeks. Because we were at work.
Yeah.
And I was serving a customer at work and I suddenly found myself swaying like this. And I had to say to her, I said, I've been living on a boat and that's why I'm swaying like this. And she just looked at me a bit gone out and thought, oh, I don't know what you mean. But you do get it, don't you?
So I said that in one of my very early videos.
Oh, did you?
I got so much slagging off in the comments about it because I'd made it up and it wasn't true and blah, blah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it is true.
There you go. It's true.
They call it sea legs.
I call it land sickness, but other people call it sea legs, And what I found, because I've been staying in a house for a couple of weeks, I kind of got a little bit of that in reverse.
Right. But the other thing with on the boat as well, we've got a cruiser stern with a pram cover on ours. So when we're in the marina, that is also the storage. That's the coal and all this sort of stuff. So when you go cruising, you're now going to find a place for all of that. Because it's dangerous to have it all out the back because you need the space to hop on and hop off.
I almost wish I didn't do my pram cover, to be honest.
Right, yeah. Because it becomes like a shed, doesn't it, at the back?
Yeah, it just encourages you to be
put
untidy.
more stuff,
So I think having the space, it will fill.
Yeah, and can you leave yours up when you're cruising?
No,
I
sadly.
have to take mine down.
It's very easy to live on the boat in the summer, you know, if it's too hot, take your windows out or you can open your windows or whatever. But it's actually living on the boat and still working. And then having the boat as your home, it's different to a house because when you get in at home, you don't think about switching a light on, you don't think about turning the tap on, and you don't think about maybe putting the heating on. But on the boat, you think, oh, when did we last fill up with water?
Yeah.
It's easy to forget how many days you've gone without filling up with water.
Yeah.
And you have to keep an eye on the weather, because if it's frosty, you can't fill it with water because the water's frozen.
Yeah.
And again, that's massively different from being in a house, because you just turn your tap
so
on.
much more connected with nature and with what you're using.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Very much. We were quite keen to stay on the boat during the harsher weather, because you can enjoy a summer holiday and think, oh, well, it must be like this all the time. But we knew it wasn't, and we had to get used to being on the boat in the winter. So it's getting used to managing the heat.
Obviously cruising, you want better weather, but just staying, like, living as a house, I guess. Yeah. I do prefer it in the winter, because in the summer I was finding it was so hot inside, and because I've got my cat, I had to keep an eye on him all the time, and I don't let him go out unattended. Like, if he goes out, I'll go with him, but then I didn't want to be going out for hours on end in the sun, so we were kind of having little arguments, me and Monty, about right, we'll have a bit of time outside now, a bit of time in. So I couldn't just leave all the windows out or anything like that, because he would have run off.
With having the dog, we're sort of mindful where we moor.
Because you could be right next to a really busy road and not realise. And something we were saying, like, just before we started filming the video, and you touched on it now, we all work full time. You guys have got your own business. Yeah. You have this idea of what it's going to be like, and maybe I was a bit naive. I thought it would be kind of like a car. I'd just turn the engine on and just go. Like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I can do a 10-hour shift at work, an 8-hour shift. I'll come home and I'll take the boat out for a little spin around the block. You can't do that. It's a full day event. You have to set aside a full day, really. Or a good half day if you're in a rush to do it. So
but you got to know where the winding hole is to get back, haven't you, as well? Yeah,
we've got some nice little routes around here, but it is it would be most of your day taken up doing that. So really, I can only take the boat out if I'm on a day off. Like, sometimes I think that I came to it 20 or 30 years too young. But then, if you wait until you're retired, you might not be guaranteed your health and your fitness.
We have often said that we've got to do this now, because we're not old by any stretch, but you do need a reasonable level of fitness.
It's weird, isn't it? Because one of the marinas that we had some work done at on the boat, for us to travel by car, it's less than 30 minutes. To travel by boat, it's 7 hours.
Yes, exactly.
So that's, people don't often grasp that, do they? When they think, oh, well, come up for the weekend on your boat. Well, it's going to take me 10 days to get there. And then.
But that's kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Because you can take your time and experience all these places in between, rather than just they flash past as you drive through, in your car.
When you are in trouble, we were only a few days ago. Our main central heating pipe decided it was going to burst. And so it's got to be fixed. We're quite lucky, because the person next to us works at a boatyard, and he has done for many years. His wife has lived and worked at a boatyard for many years. They weren't in. The marina manager wasn't in. He was out walking in the middle. So here we are on a Sunday, us not knowing how to fix it. We know to turn the water off. Eventually found somebody to come. But as the day went on, all these people that I had tried to contact all appeared at our boat to see if we were okay. And they all look after you. And
that's one of the great
quite
things.
Touching.
There is a real community spirit, isn't there? Both in the marina and out on the cut.
People wave as you're passing by, and you'll find, and that this is when you'll kind of know that you've done the full circle and you're a proper boater, as it were. When someone else on the marina rings or sends an email or a text, they've got a problem, and you'll be the one, and you'll know how to fix it, and you'll go around and fix it for them. That's nice. What else about boat people were you surprised about or not expecting?
They are the sort of coming from a city at Coventry. Everybody's very busy doing things, going to work and all this sort of stuff, to and fro in, and they come into our business and buy stuff and pass the time of day very quickly. But on a boat, when you talk to boat people, they're not in a rush to get away from you, or you know, they actually do want to. They are interested to know where have you been and how long.
Yeah, they're not just being polite about it.
No, they generally do.
Do you know? I don't know if I should say this. I'll say it. I can maybe edit it out. Do you know what really surprised me about when I moved onto the water and going like up and down the towpath and meeting more boat people? So many people smoke weed. And that really surprised me. And then there's like no judgment if you do that, that's cool. But I don't do that.
No, we don't do that.
But there's like an assumption that you must do that because you live on a boat.
Oh,
and
really?
and I never even thought that before. And then I mentioned it to people, and everyone I've mentioned it to was just like, yeah, everyone thinks that. Like, really?
I haven't encountered that. I guess because we're still in a marina most of the time, running out and about. So that's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. Definitely a thing. I think, and because I don't know why. I'm just so naive to these things. It didn't even occur to me. And then people started saying things to me online and in person, and I was like, I'm sure that's some kind of slang, but I'm not down with the kids, I don't know, so I have to go on Urban Dictionary. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're talking about drug use.
Oh, that's what it means. It's funny that it's interesting. That's the widespread perception.
Yeah.
You hadn't realised that a lot of people think that if you live on a boat, that's going to be part of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was something that really surprised me. And do you know what pleasantly surprised me? There is such a high proportion of LGBT people on the water.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
There is, and I never made that connection that like my wanting to move on the water might have something to do with my sexuality. It wasn't until like I moved on, I was like, oh my god, there's someone.
It's a safe lifestyle as well. Well, I think it feels a safe lifestyle.
Generally, boat people will be a bit more open-minded.
Yeah,
on the whole.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It does relieve stress, and we've said this before between ourselves. When you're on the boat, any problems or worries that you might have seem quite distant.
Yeah.
When you're on a boat.
Yeah, you reevaluate things.
Yeah, you do, and it gives you a chance to reset.
God. What's the time? We're running
The time
out of time,
is,
aren't we?
unfortunately, it's 1 o'clock.
Oh, yes, right, okay, let's round it up. So, so that was my little gossip with the bears aboard. As I said, they've got their own YouTube channel. Make sure to check it out below. Anyway, we've got to rush because these guys have got a train to catch and I've got to go to work. So, thank you all very much for watching. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.